Hey there, and welcome back to Expert Challenges, an educational monster train series where we get a divine victory on every expert challenge. We're making pretty good headway on this, I'll be honest. I think that I haven't had a loss so far, knock on wood. Now that I've said something, we're definitely going to lose, but so far it's been pretty clean. I'll admit that most of these higher ones are not too bad. So far we've done Controlled Chaos, Stewardship, Spellcraft, and True Champion. True Champion I think is just a pure buff. I mean, in most cases, I would favor getting rid of my champion in exchange for Dante, so I think that worked out pretty well. That was our previous one. We actually played this with Root Seeds and Wurmkin, so that we could get like a Shard Soul Carver infusion, which we did find, and Echo Transfer infusion. There was some melee weakness in there, Holdover, Intrinsic, Return Soul. All of the kills were pretty relentless, unsurprisingly. We had Quick on Dante. It's hard to go wrong. If only you could give your normal champions upgrades like we could upgrade Dante. I wish, right? Things like Brawler Prince become formidable if you can just stick a shot quick on them and then infuse them with something nutty. But yeah, we're moving on to Overcharged today. So let me read this one for you. Overcharged, your pyre can't take damage or you lose, but on the bright side, you have extra ember and capacity. This is an easy one, right? Well, I don't want to say it's easy, but I think it's easy to solve what to run, right? Now, what you run here is simply find Strangler. You can't let enemies go to your pyre or you lose, but they get a couple damage shields, so you can actually leak a little bit. But the nice thing about Strangler is, if things get past Strangler, you've already kind of lost, right? Because that either means that you're too slow and enemies are overstacking the floor and walking by you, or your entire floor has passed away and you've lost the run. So, in my opinion, I think that Strangler is the perfect fit here. Plus, you pretty much universally want Root Seeds when you're given +2 Ember per turn. This is so strong. It means you can take double draw here from boss relics and just fully get away with it. So you're going to see, and I've mentioned this before when we started the series and also at periodic points, Root Seeds is going to be very common for me to pick here. If I'm choosing my clan combo to win an expert challenge, it's going to be very unlikely that I don't have Root Seeds somewhere in that clan combo. You're also going to see a lot of Wurmkin in general. That's because I think they have great infusions and they also play nicely with a lot of the modifiers here. Things like Big Space is huge. Things like Big Ember is huge. These are huge modifiers when the big balancing element of Wurmkin is they're big and thick, right? Think about Shard Soul Carver just at large. Think about spamming Keeper of Echoes to floors. They cost what? 2 Ember? It's a balancing act. You don't have to even worry about it. So is this going to just be Root Seeds Echo Break again? It might be. I'm trying to think if there's really any other choice that I would genuinely make here that would improve this run. Don't think there is, right? I'll admit, I don't really think about this ahead of time. I basically just look at the modifiers and make an executive decision in the moment. Perhaps I could plan this a little better, but the truth is that I just don't see any alternative that is superior here. We get Root Seeds, absolutely. I want Wyldenten. I do want Wyldenten. Now, I also want a floor that compensates for him, that handles him well. So this could be mid-floor Shard Soul Carver, very good. This could be top floor Keeper of Echoes spam, also very good. Well, you know what? I think we're just going to go with it. I can't think of anything else that's superior. It's not like I'm going to click Umbra. I don't think Stygian is a better improvement here. Spells are obviously good, right? But spells are good in Wurmkin too, so yeah, I think we're going to go for it. All right, so fair enough. We'll get some diversity later on, okay? When some of the challenges don't so perfectly play into Wurmkin and Strangler. we at least get to play Wyldenten, which I think will be interesting here. So yeah, as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's play some Overcharged, right? Yeah, let's do it. Cool. I'm thinking about it, and the truth is, you should absolutely play the strongest stuff when deciding to do these particular expert challenges. I just fully believe you should. So pick your clan combo, do these things, set yourself up for victory. You're going to see a lot of Fade, you're going to see a lot of Root Seeds, you're going to see a lot of Wurmkin just in general here. So anyway, hope you're all doing well. I'm doing fine. Nothing too crazy. Woke up really early before work today. Decided to get some recording in, so here we are. And yeah, let's do it. Today we are Exile Awoken, Exile Wurmkin. As I mentioned, I picked the Exile Wurmkin because I want the pings here. Echo Break is an excellent complement to this run. Guarantees we have better backline management early on, plays nicely late game, 20 consumes, things like that. You know, Fracture is good too. I like Fracture. I actually think Fracture is a better card than Echo Break, but I think for what we're trying to do here, the pings are better. So we'll take it. We're facing today Double Barrel Daedalus, Spell Shield Fell, and Sap Seraph. We have Vine Grasp, Echo Infusion, Pyrogrow. Pyrogrow is fully unnecessary here. We have so much Ember generation. 5 Ember, good grief. But the truth is that we're going to be okay. The real challenge of this run is actually hitting Strangler in this particular Dark Forge at the beginning, because you have to make up the run. If you miss Strangler altogether, your run is, well, you're not really benefiting from Wyldenten in this particular setup. So as a reminder, yeah, Final Shard, at the start of battle, you get Fragile and Damage Shield 2 on your Pyre. Cool. Plus 2 Ember, plus 2 space. Now, it's worth noting, if I were doing this for myself and I were trying to actually get the win on my logbook, I might re-roll until I saw Strangler in the opener. I do think it's that important. Now, we're not going to do that here because, heck, I should be able to win this run, right? But at the same time, I do trade Pyre health in a lot of runs, and not having the tool that I specifically chose for this expert challenge, well, that might be tricky. So we'll see. Hopefully I actually do get the win. Let's look at the temple situation real quick. We have temples on 2, 3, 4. Yikes, almost thought we had only a 3 there, but we do have one on 7 as well. We have removal dupe steel on 8, which is nice if I still need steel shops. Probably going there anyway. Hellvent Cave on 7, competing with a very good steel shop with money and removals. Trinket with double money on 6 is huge, especially with Wurmkin, so pretty likely I go this route. We do have a magic shop with a Horde and Caverns there. Honestly, both sides are good here, but yeah, that trinket shop is huge. Dupe with a cave on 5, competing with another good steel shop. 3 good steel shops in kind of like in a row, right? We miss on 6, but we hit on 5, 7, and 8. Pretty crazy. Means we're going to have a lot of opportunities to upgrade units, which I like. There is a good magic shop here on 4. Magic shops quintessentially are good with root seeds. You want to -1 those whenever possible. Not as important when you have +2 Ember per turn, but still something we should be considering. Let's see, Awoken banner with that good magic shop on 4 as well. Let's see, banner situation. We do see Wurmkin banner steal on 2. Excellent. There's a double steal early, kind of intense, right? We have so many good steal shops later. We do miss on 4 and 6, though, so that's kind of interesting to keep in mind. There is another Wurmkin banner opportunity on 3 with a Hellvent if we need it, so fair enough. We'll see what we see. Let's see. Cursed Vines is very good. Sap Temp is nice, but I'm going to have a hard time proccing it out of the gate. It's hard to argue with Cursed Vines, but it's likely that I'm going to be drawing a ton of cards and won't be generating these. Let's take the Sap Tap prospectively. I would click Cursed Vines here 100% if this were, say, for instance, Diligent. They're both very good, by the way, just in general. Having a ping every turn is nice, but I think we take the Sap Tap. Just a single Wildwood Sap turns us into a +1 draw relic, so let's go for it. It's early enough. Take the money. We don't see Strangler. Alright, so we get to play around this. So, the question then becomes, what do I want to see here? And I'm going to say Predator probably, because it comes baked in with multi-strike. Let's take this. We'll have to make it through the early game, probably play a chill, and then hopefully see Strangler later. Spikes, I'm not as afraid of this. I have pings, this is clergy. I have the tools to beat this, yes. Yeah, you're going to see quickly that I really don't have the luxury of whiffing here. I have to answer everything before it walks to the pyre. I'm going to take money, absolutely. We're just going to drop in train stewards. I am going to ping enemies out whenever possible. We'll be fine in this particular combat. For sure. We just double ping for sure here every time. I have so much Ember that it doesn't really matter. It's fine. This is going to be a very clean run overall. Cool, and then we just double train steward middle. Nice and easy. Nothing walks, all good. Cool. We're going to go ahead and drop an obnoxious amount of root seeds upstairs. We'll ping out some of these targets mid-floor because it does improve our hits into the boss, and we're guaranteed to win this. Yeah, we easy get it. The one important note here, though, is that if you don't win bosses in Relentless, you do get 2 hits, right? But then you just straight up lose. So you need to be cautious about that. Alright. Razor Sharp Edge, I think I need to click it. Yes, 100%. I need that damage buff. Restoration, Detonation, and Bind Grasp, both good, but we take the Razor Sharp when it's shown. I'm going to grab this Shelter here, I think. It's purple, which I think I might need. We'll see. Probably a Carver, Keeper run, something. But Proclamation was a consideration here. Soul Siphon, too slow. I need to do better. Shelter it is. A lot of money here. I'm looking for a good Wurmkin unit. We'll go. Keeper would be solid here, so would Carver. I get Carver. Glareminder would also be very cool, but I need something here that... I think Carver is just superior in pretty much every way for what I'm trying to do. And I think skipping it's a mistake. Endless in the shop, we're going to re-roll this. We do see a multi-strike on Carver. Hey, it's going to be a Carver run. Who knew? Who knew? All good. Now the next question is, do I just toss a 10 health in this guy? I already have Quick on the floor. I can already jam them together thanks to the extra space. I could go for Infusion here on the Wurmkin banner and then try to overstack. Not a bad idea. It's not a very strong setup here, really. I can probably wait. I could see a unit here and then get my infusion anyway. I don't need to dupe this immediately. There's no real benefit to it, so we'll just go ahead and move on, I think. -2, a Purge. They're not bad, but again, -2s are pretty low impact here when I have a starting 5 Ember and I have Pyre Grow. I think we just honestly chill and move on. Really, I think it's that simple. So yeah, we take this unit draft for sure. We get out of here, absolutely. With multi-strike, I have no fear. Cool. This is something you can't normally do. I normally can't jam these floors together like this, right? The fact that I can do this is crazy good. Right? I have so much space. This could have potentially also been a pretty decent... What's it called? This could have been a pretty decent Umbra run. If Umbra weren't so bad, I think that you could come up with some pretty cool stuff here. Right? Because Umbra is a challenge. In general, it's tough. But, man, this is awesome. This is really good, as it turns out. Cool. We're very strong. The space, the Ember, it's nice playing like this, in my opinion. I'm going to shoot myself, and then I'm going to shelter up, and I think it's a pretty obvious victory. This guy never walks on me. Easy. Cool. Straightforward. Being able to fit these floors to get these units together on the floor completely changes the landscape of this run. It's so powerful. We're going to take the Purple Glimmer. I'm already using the Inspire triggers, and I want the heals for Sap Tap. I already have a Razor Sharp Edge, not a big deal. Logfly, Bounding Echoes, Echo Snare. I don't know. I think we're okay with where we're at. I mean, I may as well take the Bounding Echoes if it connects with one of the Echo infusions. It's pretty decent. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Awoken Hollow. That seems bad to me. Kinhost Carapace also seems bad. None of these seem like what I want. We could actually, crazy enough, go ahead and self-infuse this guy. What was I was about to call him a gamer? Why would I have said... I've been reading too much random Discord. I almost called Shard Soul Carver a gamer. Good grief. Actually, you know what caused that? My SO has been watching Secret Sleepover Society a lot lately, and they make a lot of gamer jokes. So I was actually thinking about that. That is where that came from. Okay. Well, we figured it out. I think these are all trash. There's not a lot in the... I'm looking for Animus of Will, really, something. I want to look at Awoken banners. So we're probably going to this magic shop on 4 for that infusion, I think. So let's just go to the steel shop here. I'm going to sell this. I don't care about these units. And we'll go to this steel shop, look for like, what, second multi-strike or something? The Pyramanes is fully dead. It's funny to see the bar go up, but not very useful. Endless, whatever. Hey, I wasn't actually expecting second multi-strike, but we'll take it. It's hard to say no. Plus 30. I'm putting this in the Glimmer. If they give me the what's it called? X5, it's going to be nuts. Intrinsic, I don't need to take this before I go to the cave. We'll see what we see. You want to make this literally my previous run with Dante? That's funny. That's actually really funny. I don't think he's particularly good here, but having the quick on the floor is kind of great. I mean, actually, I think he's excellent here, being clear. You put the Carver into him, and we make literally the same run we had last time with Dante's Comedy. But I actually think because we have triple hits, I want to use Shard Soul Carver's setup here. We're actually fine. He's not a great infusion because he gives you a curse. I'm just going to skip Dante, I think. Root Seeds, he doesn't make a lot of sense for this run, in my opinion. It is kind of funny, though. I'm going to intrinsic the Bounding Echoes. There's a lot of options for that being really strong. We move on. This will be a pretty straightforward early game. We hit double multi-strike. We can put our floor together. It's hard for this to go bad. Yeah, hard for this to not be incredible. Yeah, we'll play it in this particular order. I'm going to put Carver in front for now. I know it's kind of weird, right? It's not... I wouldn't describe it as optimal, but the reason I want to do this is because I want his armor scaling in front so that I don't lose quick in Relentless, right? There's a lot of arguments for doing this different ways, I think. There are a lot of arguments here. You put him in the back to protect him. Like, I get it. I get it, but it's fine. Anyway, anytime we hit an enemy here, we get to put these numbers directly into the boss, so that makes this very worthwhile. Yeah, we just pushed like 120 into the boss there, which is excellent news. Alright, let's grab health. I do want to Razor Sharp Edge. I'm going to ping out the damage shield friend downstairs just to make that a little better, hopefully. It's risky because these floors will overstack, and I only hit 4 times. That usually is enough. Usually. But, yeah, we would actually have leaked 2 hits here, but I've drew Glimmer and some other tools, so it's not that big of a deal. We're, like, super fine, but yeah, we're doing 210 right now on my front line. As it turns out, that's pretty decent. I have almost 100 hit points. I think we're chilling. This guy stands next to no chance against me. I'm gonna shoot Wyldenten. There we go. Good job. Only 35 shards, no chance here. Yeah, we're already over 100 damage, which is actually nonsense when you think about it. 118 damage, over 120 health, we're fine. Cool. We're actually way ahead in terms of scaling, so I'm just looking for answers here. Honestly, Perfect Insanity is very playable. As usual, when you have Root Seeds and the ability to have huge draw and a lot of Ember, we can take advantage of something like this to just kill an enemy. I love it. Okay. Keep Rebekos. Now, the question you have to ask yourself now is, what do I actually do with this multi-striking behemoth? I think we actually self-infuse him because I have the space for it. And we're chilling. I mean, with 3 hits, that's great. The only other thing I might consider would be an Animus of Will, which gives me an extra multi-strike. But even if I do, think about the worst case. The worst case is I go Wyldenten 3 here. And even if I go Wyldenten 3, my floor hits so hard, I would rather in that case have the damage scaling. So we will have to consider in that particular instance, how do you keep Wyldenten from passing away? But we can solve that with a variety of solutions. Things like that Glimmer could do it. Just hold over that Glimmer would be good. I'm going to take the Carver here. I can fit this floor together. 7 space upstairs is nonsense. And because of all the circumstances, I just take double draw here every time. No reason not to. We're going to cut cards. I'm going to go left. This is much stronger than going right. Pyre Remains especially bad here because, well, I can't really use the health. It is cool seeing the pretty blue number over there being full, but, you know. Yeah, we didn't even see the Animus of Will. Animus of Speed is dead right here. If I see Strangler, I think it's over. We don't see Strangler. That's okay. I'm going to take Predator 2. We have one more opportunity to see Strangler. Plus 30. 10 in Piercing. I mean, I could genuinely just dupe that Glimmer a whole bunch as an option. We're going to -1 a Root Seeds. Yeah, I'm not going to be particular about what I'm doing here. Like, I'm not, oh no, I could re-roll and maybe see a holdover on the Razor Sharp Edge. I kind of don't care, right? I'm going to 20 consume a Vine Grasp, actually, because it's not purple. And I think we just kind of chill here. I'm going to look in this temple. I am going to 10 in Piercing the Glimmer, I think. Am I? And then dupe it? It's a really good dupe. Just being honest, having a bunch of those. It's really good. I'm going to click it. It's basically like Super Inferno, and then I just go to every Hellvent after this. Alright, you convinced me. I don't really need this plus 30, so I think I am just going to chill. I am going to Carver Infusion, though. I think this is super worthwhile. When was the last time I self-infused a Carver? Answer, probably the last time I played this challenge. Anyway, let's go. 70. I'm not afraid of whatever this is. Yeah, Heaven Seal. Whatever. If I don't kill this floor immediately every time they walk up, then what am I doing? Like, seriously, what am I doing? Now, in this particular case, I do think having him in front is still worthwhile. Ooh, buddy. Those self-infuses are pretty good. Pull this big man forward. Oh no, he heals. What have I done? It's fine. I am so unafraid of the circumstances here that it's all good. Cool. We're already doing enough to clear the floor. It's excellent news. Just click the cards. We'll ping the enemy, and then I click the shelter for 18 armor. We're doing 78 by 3 already, and it's like turn 3 here, so I have little concern about this. You'll see what I mean with Perfect Insanity. It's already enabled, which is pretty awesome, I think. And then, I mean, I may as well play it just for the Inspire trigger, which is so outrageous here. I just played it for the Inspire trigger, which is, as it turns out, very good. The rest of this is pretty straightforward, I think. We are just playing the cards we see, and then he is destroying everything. Pretty good, as it turns out. And then we just click cards, and it's straightforward. There's a reason I recommend clan combos like this, right? It's because you can do things like this, and it's very... I want to say it's very protected, right? I didn't even hit the Strangler, which was genuinely core to my strategy, right? It was actually very important to my plan, but it did not matter. I just crush anyway. Seriously, look at this. My guy is doing 720 damage on Relentless here, and it only gets better when this run cleans up. Engraft is super worth it, even if it's not purple. I'm actually very sad that it's not purple, because boy would I like it to be purple. But I think it's hard to skip with the sap tap in my run, right? It's just free. Accelerated Incubation, Forgotten Trade, Revenge of the Damned. I'm skipping these. I would take a Daze card right now, something that helps answer ye old Divinity a little bit. Divine Artifact. I don't think I need this. Just sell it. Even if it's a Crystal Cloak, we're fine. And then we go to the dupe here, because again, I don't need these Merchants of Steel anymore. And maybe an Overstack is here. That would be awesome. I would love an Overstack. Trap Shoot, hey, I was just talking about some kind of Daze. We'll click it. I could genuinely just take Steel Polyclaw instead. I can afford this cost. I have 6 Ember once I actually play out the Pyrogrow. Yeah, sure. Works for me. The only major difference is, note that Steel Polyclaw says enemy, whereas Trap Shoot can be anything, but that won't matter. You can still target bosses with this, which is what matters to me. I'm looking for that extra Daze turn, so we'll take the Polyclaw here. I'm going to grab the Relic in the middle, of course. Cleansing Water is probably it. It's good enough. I don't think Gnarled Root or Concussive Coals matter here, and I am going to be duping, you guessed it, the Glimmer. Good. More of those is strong. Armor Emblem is fine. I'm at 100 shards now. I'm looking at going to 130 minimum if I actually dupe this at every opportunity. So let's keep that in mind, right? The reason I mentioned that is because Divinity Sweep, we would really like it if it didn't kill the, what's it called? If it didn't kill our Wyldenten, whose stats are terrible because he's Wyldenten. So just kind of a true statement. I'm trading armor there, and I'm okay with it. Yeah, I trade armor for the stat buffs, and I think it's correct. Yeah, Engraft still pays out. It's card draw. It's just right to have. Charge things up. I'm just going to kill this guy for the scaling. I think it's correct. The +4 is worth it. It's huge value. Yeah, Glimmer. We actually theoretically risked having something hit me here, but it didn't end up mattering. We're just going to ping a whole bunch and then end with Shelter for 12 armor. Very good. And this should show similar power throughout the course of this, right? Yeah, no major concerns here. I am going to Perfect Insanity something away just for the scaling. It's worth it. And then our frontline guy just goes mad with power. All good. This looks almost scary because of just number of hits. And I'm not buffing Wyldenten, so it's fine. But you can just see these numbers go mad, right? It's very good. It's really good. 105 armor, just casually chilling here. Pretty good. Yeah, alright. I am going to keep playing everything out. I'll trade that. It's solid. I could hit the enemy, but I actually think the scaling is worth more, so I'm going to keep doing it. We are in pretty good situation here. As long as I don't accidentally ascend the boss to the pyre, we are fine. And then I also, by the way, get a casual Perfect Insanity on our friend here. Very nice way to finish that out and just kill him in one round. Very cool. Perfect Insanity is going to be an important part of this run, if there were any doubt. Restoring Retreat, Awake, Bramble Lash, we skip. Return Soul is hard to skip here. Yeah, it's going to be a Return Soul angle. Even if it's not purple, having just that card is worthwhile. Magic Shops, good. Trinket Shops, fine. Extra Inspire triggers, always worthwhile. Base Charge, kind of whatever. I would take Karuska here. What else is there that would stand out to me? Emblem of the Exiles is big. Karuska, let's see. Bog Slime could be okay as a couple procs. It definitely adds some ammo to Return Soul. Double Money, it's hard to skip the Trinket Shop. Magic shops are very good, though. Let me be clear. There's no removals. There's no removals. The health is dead. Is Double Money Trinket better than a Magic Shop here? I actually think the Magic Shop's better. There are some turns where I'm not playing everything out. Yeah, and if I see Tiny Stone, this run goes completely off the chain. I'm going to go to the cave side. Yeah, we're going to go left. I'm giving up Double Money Trinket Shop. I'm being intentional about it. Holdover, huh? Interesting. It might actually be Holdover Perfect Insanity, which is crazy. Conscription Notice. I can't fit this on the floor, sadly, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. We're just going to take Serrated Mandibles, which probably kills some random stuff. I'm good with it. Sure. Give me a Tiny Stone game. Cowards. 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 Well, I'm going to click on Spike of the Stygian. It's a fine card to just have in the run. It slows down Divinity a little bit. Nothing incredible. Holdover here is... Holdover Perfect Insanity? You think I'm kidding, but I'm not? I think we can support this, which is, honestly, awesome. Sign me up. Make it free. Incredible news. Sure, why not? I'm going to put a +10 in Graft here. We're going to spin this. Yeah, double stack, I don't think. I mean, double stack Steel Pulley Claw is a lot of turns. Well, there I go clicking that. I'm going to put this -1 into Root Seeds here. This +10 can just go into... Honestly, it does not really matter. We're going to put that in Graph, make this a bigger number here. I'm going to cut 2 Train Stewards here because these are the things that are hurting my draw power the most because I'm basically never playing them out. And cool, we chill, I think. We're going to be going to the dupe coming up because I want another Glimmer. It's another good opportunity for Tiny Stone. The game could still give it to me. I'm just skipping the money. It's fine. I don't need that at any point in this run. We're chilling. Last opportunity to see Strangler as well, which would be nice. So, we'll hope for the best, but we may or may not get it. It's fine either way, I think. I do get just like 20 Frostbite on the boss here, which is kind of fun. So, that'll add up over time. It's just free damage, pretty much. Let's self-ping. Yeah, we're going to click it. I'm going to Root Seeds. Actually, I'm going to Glimmer first. Yeah, then we double Root Seeds, actually. I'm going to shoot the boss because there's no reason not to. And I think we're okay here. Yeah, as long as I generate enough echoes to be able to play Perfect Insanity every turn, I think we chill. And I think we do, right? It's actually kind of crazy. Shoot the enemy. Right, the play here now is return soul back, something I don't want. So in this case, I will make it just an echo break. All good. I'm gonna click the shelter here. I am going to Perfect Insanity on the boss. And we're going to keep doing good work. I could push some numbers through to the boss by Steel Pulley Clawing, but I don't think I really care. We're okay. I just did 666 damage to her. She's not having a good day. So I think we are chilling. Glimmer is powerful. We easily recuperate this as well. I'm going to go ahead and hit that Engrafting again and just kill this man. We are literally holding over Perfect Insanity, and it is outrageous. This is like actually working in our run, which is just outrageous to me. I am actually doing it. I did have to leave Echo Infusion on the table there, unfortunately, but I think we pick it back up here. Yeah, I actually think we are genuinely okay to do this, which is crazy. Yes, crazy. Hit him again. Perfect Insanity, the boss. Boss currently has 300 life. She's not looking so great. I could ascend her to the pyre and the pyre could kill her. Hey, I know I said I could do it, and I did it. Behold, the last shard of the pyre, too powerful for fell. That pause of me doing the math and then clicking the card, I'm a big fan. Big fan of that. Anyway, here we go, clicking purple unearthed remains. Let's make it happen. Double draw, 100%. I don't need any of this other stuff. It's fine. And yeah, we go to the dupe. Hey, look, we max out the health on our blue useless friend. Let's go ahead and look at this cave first. Monster rail spike. I purge him. Genius. I'm gonna purge the non-purple vine grasp here. Vine grasp is a good card, but it's not purple, so I don't care about it that much. All right, it's a free removal. It's fine. Anyway, here I go duping this glimmer again. Is it a good card? Yeah, of course it is. Just click it. It's solid. Plus 30, no, I don't need it. We are going to respect to some degree here. Give me Strangler. Hey, we hit Strangler. Okay, so it's, I don't want to say it's free, but this gives us a lot of power here. It's very good to see. It's what we wanted. And I think we're just going to chill at 130 once we get there, so we move on. There's no reason to go too hard here. This is going to be important. Mark of Invasion is scary, but we're playing at top floor and we're okay. So, right, because if an enemy walks, it's like, oh no, but it's actually fine. So, we chill. Drop our man in, play the stats. Let's go ahead and just hit the enemies. All good. Solid. Cool. Give me a glimmer here. A glimmer. Kill mid-floor for money. Amazing. Alright, good job. We did it. Pop a man in the back. All good. I am going to click the shelter here. I'm going to return soul back something. I should have done this first, but I don't really care. Oh no, my 2 armor or whatever. It's fine. This is going to be clean now. Purge that out. Goodbye. Let's go ahead and Pyrogrow here. We're going to keep drawing cards. Click the cards. They are your friend. I'm just going to burn this spike. I don't care about it. It's really just kind of for excess ember turns. Alright, very good. We get a solid play here. Have the ability to hold over the perfect insanity. It's good. Sure, sure. Pop some of these enemies. All solid. Nothing too terribly concerning. Go ahead and hit that glimmer. It's worth it. It draws me cards, and it's powerful. And then we're going to Perfect Insanity that enemy. The ability to hold over Perfect Insanity is actually nonsense. It is so unbelievably strong that I really don't have anything fancy to say here other than this is good. It's good, it turns out. I'm a big fan of everything that we're doing today. And we just killed this guy for may as well. And I still have excess for that Echo Infusion at the end. It's... and Neffel lost her... She got cleansing watered. It's rough there, champ. That feels bad. I know how that feels. Trust me, it's not good. It happens, but... Anyway, I actually dropped Perfect Insanity here because I don't think I can get it on mid-floor unless... Wait. I can do it. Return soul, and we burn a glimmer. I'm gonna give you a root seeds just so I can kill you faster. Alright, that was worth it. And now my goal is to kill you. Yeah, you just pass away. Phew. Alright, got her. Got her with the Echo Break. Yeah, this is what you want to do with this run. It's simple, it's straightforward, and it wins. Awoken's Rail Spike is universally just a correct card to get. At a minimum, it replaces itself. It has potential synergies, all good. Forgotten Trade, Power of Knowledge, Total Recall. Note the lack of Soul Crushing Guilt. Not worried about it, but we skip here. It's fine. We have the... what is it called? The Steel Pulley Claw, which will buy us 6 whole turns here. Anyway, I'm going to go dupe again, because I think that's smart. I'm going to look at this horde. There's a lot of things we could see. Honestly, Golden Vault is kind of a good emergency pick, but I'm going to go for Pyrestone Housing here. Pyrestone Housing plus the Merchant. I didn't even look at this Merchant of Steel, but even if it ends up just being a plus 25, I'm actually super okay with it. Do I want to roll for a holdover here or just take the plus 25? The plus 25 is a really good hit. Base Charge, Capricious Reflection, and the Ring 8 Shop. Improved Firebox is not bad. It's too bad there wasn't like an intrinsic here or something, but it's fine, I think, right? It's fine. I'm going to burn some Echo Breaks here. I'm going to just remove them because I have Glimmers, which are just genuinely superior. It's true. Echo Infusions, I think, are good cards. We'll leave them in. Echo Break. Yeah, we'll cut the Echo Break here, right? Nothing else that's worse? True. Alright, good. I am going to plus 25 him. I actually think this lets me, with some draw orders, get away with playing bottom floor, and I think that is really cool. So, plus 25 it is. I'll take it. That's worthwhile. I'm going to reroll... Improve Firebox. What if I high roll the like a spike on turn 1, right? It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's first dupe the Glimmer. 4th Glimmer, I think it's good. Yeah, 4th Glimmer is good. There are a lot of things that I could draw on turn 1 that are really solid. The Daze on turn 1 would be nice. Let's go ahead and take the Firebox. Let's also take the Base Charge, because this means an early draw of Perfect Insanity is online. Sure, and I'm going to buy a removal on, what, Echo Break here, I think? Yeah, I think it's Echo Break. I'm basically just looking at this from the perspective of what is a more powerful removal. You could argue, you should get rid of non-purples, like Echo Infusions or whatnot, but these could also be clipped by the Bounding Echoes with a decent draw. I could hold. I think we're okay. 160 here. And I think we chill. Yeah, we chill. Seraph is going to be no problem here. This is an example of a run that just does not care about Seraph one way or the other. I play top. It's going to be easy. We'll be way too fast for him. All good. But Divinity might be a little tricky, right? Yeah, see, I connected with an Echo Break and the Return Soul here. It's great. Now, I do think I still want Mr. Tanker in the front, even though he is the one that's getting all the buffs and stuff. It's hard to say, but yeah, a lot of extra Ember not spent. Not a very good draw for this. It's just because there are a lot of good plays that I could take here, that I could see, which would be great. So, anyway, I'm going to Perfect Insanity the boss here. That seems pretty good. And I'm going to hit him with the Echo Breaks because it pops these damage shields in a meaningful way. I may as well hit him with the Glimmer anyway. Sure, why not? Just burn these spikes, I think. It's fine. Yeah. He's going to have a bad time. I might actually pre-relentless him just because of all of the, what's it called? Perfect Insanity business that we have. Cool, and we spend the Echoes. It's good. I'm just holding over Perfect Insanity. He comes back upstairs. Just hit a Glimmer. It's great. Send it. Send it. Go for stats here. I will ping, and then we return Soul back. an Echo Break to get rid of it. I'm going to hold over the Perfect Insanity again. And I am going to take the health. Why shouldn't I? Now, he actually has a lot of Reap just from Serrated Mandibles, which is pretty funny when you think about it. It's actually kind of weird, but true. Yeah. You know, there are enemies that are walking up that are not dying, which is, like, we're not actually killing the floor here. Oh, it's because Wyldenten has been sapped to 0. That's actually very funny. My guy has been sapped to 0, and I haven't been buffing him, so I was like, what is happening? This is a weird-looking realization, but we're chilling, right? We're chilling because we're killing him in the front, and I'm Perfect Insanitying him in the back, which is good. I should be mindful of that, though. It's going to be hard for me to get him out of this hole, though, right? A little tough to get him out of the hole. There's theoretically a draw order where we get punished for this, by the way. I should be keeping that in mind. Let's pull him up here for the days, because I can do a lot of very powerful stuff here. I wanted to pull him up because there are a lot of power plays we can make here, which I quite like. I'm gonna burn a Root Seeds on it. I think it's good. And I just hit him with that Perfect Insanity, and I think he's toasted pretty much. My guy is he's basically passed away here, right? Yeah, in fact, I think we actually just killed him on bottom floor and let it go. Yeah, he's gone due to glimmers. I'm good with it. Cool. That was actually something that I hadn't considered. Wyldenten getting sapped to 0, so he wasn't sweeping the back line, but I don't think it's going to be as big of an issue on the Divinity. We obviously still very confidently won Seraph. I'm looking to do the same here if possible. This is a bad turn 1. We didn't hit any of the great stuff. Divinity is sweeping at 12. I think we can still play bottom floor here reasonably well. Now the question then becomes who goes in front, because sweeping first, we did clear one of their damage shields. The thing is we're gonna be slow, and if enemies leak, we're gonna have problems. I actually think we have to play top floor here with this draw order. We're just not strong enough. There's no like Awoken Rail Spike hit or anything. I took the improved Firebox just in case, and it's possible. It's not an impossible play, right? I have 29 cards in the deck. I'm drawing, what, 7 on turn 1? You know, it's 1 in 4, roughly, that I see the card I want. It's fine, but I would have also gotten away with either of the spikes, right? Either of them. The Spike of the Stygian would also have been killer here, but that's okay. I think we will accept this and just play upstairs. The big question mark is, how does Wyldenten not pass away? That is the big one. So he's actually getting the health here, is what's going to happen, you're going to notice. He gets the health. The armor is good. I'll take it. I need to keep him alive. And next card was the Rail Spike. That's unfortunate. We have enough glimmers that I think we do get away with this, by the way. I think we can make it work. I'm going to go ahead and hit that Unearthed Remains button. I do think Glimmer is very strong here, so we should take it. Pyrogrow is nice. Yes. Root Seeds make up for that draw downside. Yes. We're going to Perfect Insanity the boss. I'm going to go ahead and Return Soul something here. It's honestly going to just be this 1-cost Root Seeds. I need to make sure... Burn the Rail Spike, it's gone. I need to make sure I'm drawing Glimmers consistently enough. I have 3 turns to hit a Glimmer. It's pretty much guaranteed, I think. Honestly. Yeah, I'm pretty confident we're just chilling here, right? I'm going to Glimmer off floor because I think there are turns, or floors that I need to be glimmering to respect them. And I think the Pulley Claw here is an important play. Yes, we're going to daze him for 6. I'm going to hit him with the Perfect Insanity, which does spend all of my echoes, essentially. But we're going to be okay. We're okay. This neutered 3 waves, and now we're essentially just looking for... We're looking to hit. We're looking to charge back up fast so that I can keep up with the perfect insanity, I think. And yeah. Now, I think we pre-relentless here from this draw order. We've managed to neuter a lot of very dangerous floors, which I think are good. It's good to do. It's good to do. Hit that glimmer when you can. It's worthwhile. We're going to go ahead and perfect insanity the boss again. Very good. We're not, like, keeping up very well on the echo situation, but we're doing enough. We're doing enough. Go ahead and double glimmer here. It puts more damage through to the boss, which I appreciate. I'm going to go ahead and return soul a root seeds here. I'm good with that. This guy actually does, believe it or not, pass away. Unbelievable. He does actually die. To the reap damage, by the way. But I think we win on this turn, right? Yeah, I think we actually win on this turn by perfect insanitying the boss, and we get away with it. Yeah, is it perfect insanity a good card? Not usually. Like, genuinely, I think the answer is not usually, but in this particular instance, it's pretty good. It's pretty decent. We'll go ahead and take that pre-relentless. Yeah, fair enough. That's overcharged. It's about what I expected. We did eventually see the Strangler, but it didn't go quite in the order that we wanted it to, right? We wanted Strangler early, and I was expecting, right? I was expecting to be buffing Wyldenten because he sweeps. In the end, I wasn't. And I could maybe have done that, right? But I had a guy that was hitting 3 times that wins Relentless on his own. And by not buffing Wyldenten, I don't know. It's a tough call. I think you could argue Wyldenten is the superior buff, but because he sweeps, and some of you might be saying that in the comments, oh, you should buff him. He hits the whole floor. But with how many of these did I have? 4 of my plus 30, 10 in piercing glimmers. It really comes down to, I don't know, just play one of these. I'm likely going to see it. I draw 8 cards a turn when you factor in the heal draw on Sap Tap, and the rest of it is just mass draw relics, plus, of course, you have Burn Bright and Mansion making things smooth. The only thing that went to Pyre was Fell, which I intentionally sent to Pyre so she would get absolutely blasted by it. I did intentionally send her to her doom. So that was pretty cool. The Pulley Claw ended up paying out pretty well, I think, as well. We ended up winning the run before this days ran out. And if we had gone to Relentless, that frontline guy easy wins it. The Sweeper does not stand a chance, even though Wyldenten does absolutely pass away as part of that. He just simply dies. So, but really, the big standout here is Perfect Insanity. We are fast enough, in a rare circumstance, we're fast enough that we can play this reliably, which is so outrageous. This is an interesting card that I think is in general pretty bad, but in certain circumstances is nuts. You know, it's tough to say. You got to compare this to other cards like, for instance, Hoarfrost Effigy. Hoarfrost Effigy is universally bad, but it also fails to hold up against the Divinity because the Divinity just purges your Frostbite, so it's not like you can keep doubling Hoarfrost Effigy on him, right? The other thing is that I think Hoarfrost Effigy requires some means to generate Frostbite that actually can hold over on a floor somehow. How else are you scaling it up? It costs a lot of Ember. It's universally pretty rough. Perfect Insanity is very difficult to play. I think that the 6 Extract and 1 Ember cost is kind of comparable to Hoarfrost Effigy's 3 cost, or whatever the heck it is. I never play that card. But at the same time, doing 666 damage is awesome. That is a lot of damage. It's really good, in fact. In a lot of turns, I was just holding it over just to hold it over, and it didn't actually mean anything, right? It was just killing an enemy that was already dead, basically. But being able to hold it over for the key turns where I'm playing this repeatedly on a boss, it's excellent on Seraph. It was excellent on Divinity. Yeah. I mean, I think we pre-Relentless all of them. Actually, Seraph did die in Relentless. It was just the first turn of Relentless, so he was bottom floor. I hit him out with the Glimmers, but we did pre-Relentless the Divinity at least. So there's that. A very strong run altogether. I mean, this is kind of what you're expecting to put together. If you want to be consistent in these expert challenges, look, you're going to see Root Seeds. You're going to see Wurmkin. These are just good choices for this, right? Wurmkin is actually an interesting one. I mentioned this before, but I'm going to reiterate it here. It just kind of capitalizes on some of the positives really well. You know, it's a thick, tall clan. Your units are big and they're expensive and they have good stats. And you want to be able to use that. Being able to just jam Shard Soul Carver, self-infused, mind you, on the same floor as Wyldenten, that's awesome. That is a nut power level. It's just so nutty. And this could have just as easily have been double Keeper of Echoes, right? With no space taken, you can slam 2 keepers on the same floor as Wyldenten. Wow, that's a W as well. You've got so many options here, so do expect to see Wurmkin. Also, in a lot of these runs, you're going to notice it later on what Largest Lads, I think it's called, that I'm going to be using Wurmkin again because things just gravity down, and it's probably going to actually be the same clan combo because Strangler is really good on that as well. So, going to be kind of fun, but yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. This run, by the way, this run would have won Largest Lads 100%. This same exact deck, 100% wins that. So, but anyway, that's all I've got for you. It's another solid win, and we managed to get it in under an hour. So I don't want to say these early ones are easy. Some of them are easier than others. Overcharged not too bad as long as you play correctly. I think it's very easy to pick a clan combo that just dies here, or to random and roll into something terrible. I think Fade is terrible on this one. It's very likely with Fade that you take 2-3 hits on the pyre and lose on the early game or something. I actually think Fade is terrible on this one. Don't do it, even though she's otherwise pretty darn good. But yeah, so hey, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, y'all.